Timo, you have scored 9. It's Darts26! Hey! Darts fans, it's Timo Newman, the transporter here. Welcome to the good ship Unguarded Waters. I was having a nightmare there. It's Darts26. I just scored 9. Never mind. Hey, this is the second video about Darts26. I introduced it yesterday. As you know, if you've seen that video, I'm really excited about this. Hoping that this can become a popular variation on darts that captures the spirit of darts, but actually could be a lot more exciting for fans and display more of the natural talent of the players as well. So in this video, I've got two aims. Firstly, I want to show you the fast way of setting up the board, because it was quite laborious yesterday showing you the slow way, but I needed to do that so that you could really get the idea of how the algorithm works to make the Darts26 boards, okay? And then the second thing I want to do today is just explain where this number comes from, the number of combinations of Darts26. It's called Darts26 because there are 26 odd trillion combinations, so you'll never play the same game twice. But I just want to give you a quick demonstration of where that beautiful number comes from. Okay, so let's get right to it then. What a shame, eh? 9. Oh, disaster. So the key thing about Darts26 setting up the board is that you've got the 10 small numbers 1 through 10 and the 10 big numbers 11 through 20, and we treat them as two different pools and we alternate. So when we first set the board up, we go big, small, big, small, big, small all the way around, okay? And I was drawing those from separate kind of bags of tiles yesterday to really demonstrate that. But here's a faster way that you can do it. I've got all of my actual numbers here on a tray with the pins already in, and what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to look at the tray, hopefully I won't stab myself. I'm just going to take one at random here. It's 3, and I'm just going to put that at the top. So, oh wow, it's a good start, isn't it? So I'm going to put that at the top, and that's going to mean then that the black segments are going to be the small numbers, because we're just going to alternate now, big, small, big, small. Once you know what your top number is, if it's a small one, the black segments are small. If it's a big number, the black segments are big numbers. So if I now take a large number from the pile by chance, it can go next to the 3. If I choose a small number by chance, it can go on the next black segment. And that's just how we fill the board up. So I'm just going to take another number at random. It's 16. That's a big number. That can just go next to the 3. Next one at random is a 5. That goes on a black 1. Next number is a 15. That's another big one. That goes there. And you see, it's very straightforward just setting this up. I just picked a big number here, so that goes on the next available big segment. Okay. And what's the next one? I've got a small number, so that goes on the next available black segment. So I might speed this clip up as well. Oh, here's our 20. We've got our 20. It's always interesting where the 20 is going to appear. The 20 is appearing where we normally have 15, which is pretty interesting. And I've got another big one. That goes on the next available big segment. And I've got another big, no, that's a small number. 10 is the biggest small number. That goes on the next available black segment, and so on. Another big one. That goes there. And what have I got? 8. Another it's a small one. Goes on the next available small. You see, it's very straightforward. If we had a manufacturer that was interested, they could make a board with just like a metal, maybe like a metal rim that you can put on your board, and then you just have numbers that are magnetic, and then it would be really easy. You could do it so quickly, you know. You wouldn't have to worry about these sharp pins or anything like that. Another big number that goes on the next available big segment. Here's 1. Okay. That goes on the next available small segment. Remember, the smalls are on the black segments and the bigs are on the white segments. A 9 is a small. That can go there. Okay, just got a few left now. 4. Okay, that's the next available, yeah, black segment there. And what have we got here? That is 6. So that goes here. That's the last small number now. And the rest must just be big numbers. Here's 11, that's a big number. And then 19 is a big number. And then finally, the last big number is 17. Right. So that's quite quick to do. Let me just adjust the camera because we're not capturing the whole board, are we? Sorry about that. There we go. So that's another Darts26 board, and it will never appear again. Very likely, even if this becomes like a galactic game, it's going to take a long time just by chance for this board to appear again. So every time we make a board, we have to kind of appreciate it as a thing of beauty because it's only going to appear probably once in anyone's lifetime. Here's our 20. Oh, no, we haven't finished yet. Wow. We have one more thing to do. We have to swap the 10s and the 11s. Remember, that's the rule. We swap the 10 and the 11 because we have to have an algorithm for making Darts26 where the current board that we love is a possible outcome. And the shorter distance between the 10 and the 11, we then just swap the tiles over to make sure we have the alternation of big and small. Yeah. So this funny little quirky rule at the end is just to allow us to say that the current dartboard is a possible outcome of Darts26. Okay. I can't believe I forgot to do that. That's really bad. Okay. It's just my luck for this video though that the 10 and the 11 were as far apart as possible. But never mind. And it actually shifts our 20. So the 20 is going where the 2 normally is. That's interesting. So maybe we'll end this video with another 501 demo just for fun. Okay. Phew. Right, so there. Sorry, now we can appreciate it. That is a Darts26 board. Very interesting. And the 20 has got 2 and 8 as neighbours. Where's our 16? 16 is up here. The 8 is miles away, so we don't have that nice 16 and 8 being neighbours anymore on this board. So that's going to be interesting. And the 4 is over here. The 2 is over here. So that path is quite tricky, the 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. And where's, yeah, 10 is over here. Interesting board. And nobody's going to go up here, are they, in their normal 20 segment. But 17 is nearby, so that might be tempting for some players to just stay up here and go for 17s, but most players will go down here hunting for treble 20. So anyway, that's the quicker way to set up the board. Now I want to show you where that number of combinations comes from, just really quickly. So let's get the whiteboard. I'll just bring this stand in a bit closer here. Hopefully this is visible. Looks okay. Oops, like that. Right, so hopefully everyone can see that okay. And I'm just going to move this tray and get my pens. And we'll very quickly demonstrate this. So let's draw the circle of the dartboard here. Right, is that roughly a circle? Kind of. That's pretty rough actually, isn't it? Let's just erase this awful ending here. Right. So there's roughly a circle, and then we have 20 positions for numbers on this circle. So here's 1 and its opposite number. We have, so on normal dartboard that's 20 and 3, this is 6 and 11, and then we have 4 spots here in between. 4 spots here, 4 spots here, and 4 spots here. Okay, so 20 in all. Okay, and in Darts26, the way we set it up, we just choose a number at random to go in the top place. So let's say we've filled the top place. How many ways are there of doing that? There's 20 ways of doing it. Okay. I'm going to have to move the camera down now, I'm very sorry, just so you can see the bottom of the whiteboard there. Okay, so there's 20 ways of putting that first one in, but let's just say for the sake of argument, like we got just now, it was a small number, then all of these alternate ones have to be smalls, okay? And the ones that I haven't labelled as small have to be large. That means that this one here, there's only 9 possible small numbers that can go there. And once I've put one there, there's only 8 left, 8 small numbers to go there. And so on. 7 ways of doing that one, 6 ways of doing that one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we just multiply all the way down to 1, okay? So 20 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then we have 10 large numbers. There's 10 different ones that can go there. There's 9 that can go there. And then there's 8 that can go there. And it's just the same. 7 that can go there, 6 can go there, 5 can go there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So this number, 10 times 9 times 8, all the way down to times 2 times 1, in mathematics they have a special name. When you multiply numbers all by each other, decreasing one every time, we have a name for that in maths. We call that factorial. So this would be called 10 factorial, okay? And the symbol for that, if you've got a calculator, you might have wondered why there's an exclamation mark on it. It's because that is actually the symbol for 10 factorial, okay? And then here, this 20 is actually 2 times 10. And then we've got 10 factorial again. So we've got 2 times 10 factorial times 10 factorial. So the final answer then is, if I just erase the top of the board, for the number of combinations, the final answer is 2 lots of 10 factorial times 10 factorial. Okay? And if you go to your calculator and put the number 10 in and hit the exclamation mark, and it will give you 10 factorial, and then if you square that and multiply it by 2, you get this number. Okay, so that's where Darts26 number comes from, 26 odd trillion. And you might say, oh, but what about the 10 and the 11 switch? Well, let's say that the 10 and the 11, let's say that was the 10 and this was the 11. If we swap those and then flip all the intervening pairs, it doesn't do anything to the number of combinations. There's one unique way of doing that, so it doesn't change the number of combinations. So that's where that comes from. Right, so I think that leaves us just to appreciate this board and have a quick game of 501. So we can see the board. I'll start right now, and if it goes really badly, we'll just do another take. Okay, let's have a look. Right, I've just magnified the board and doing another take. Okay, that's just 42. I'm having a hard time on this board. I think the 20 being where the 2 normally is, and the 2 next to it is absolutely scrambling my neurons. But anyway, I've got to deal with it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do cover shots up on the 19. But that was just 42. So that leaves us with 459. So 459. That is 93. So 459, 456, 366 after 2. Yeah, you see the darts are all over the place. 366, that's 61. So we're 305 after 3, I think. I'm going to go up to the 19s, I think. That's much better. Okay, so 305, and that is 118. So 305 take away 118 is 205, 187. 187 after, is that after 4 visits, is it? 187. Okay, 95, that's nice. So that leaves us with 92 after 5, I think. I think that's right, 92 after 5. Oh, darn it, that's 86. Where's my 18? 86. Oh, that was a bit of luck. That leaves 32. Where's the 16 though? I don't know where anything is. Oh, just missed it. Okay, so I think that's 6 visits, and I think we're on double 16. My counting might be a bit off though, I'm so confused. Let's see, double 16. Yay! That might have been a 19 darter. It's so crazy, but I love it. I'm going to just demagnify this for a second, but this is great fun. I mean, oh, let's get rid of this other thing as well. Sorry. This is really great fun. Ah, my brain was going crazy. I had so many takes where I just could not seem to get, even on that final take, I just had to go up to the 19s. So this is the point though, this is the whole point of Darts26, is that it takes you out of your comfort zone. You want to go for the 20s, but if it's in a region of the board where you're just not really firing on all cylinders, you have to go somewhere else. And it's so much more interesting. And you get into different kind of scoring patterns that you're not used to. I think this is going to be great for fans. Much more fun than just pounding away at this bloomin' segment. And the other good thing is you never have to turn your board with Darts26 because the whole board gets very even wear. How about that for a selling point? So I'll make one more video on this because I still have to explain to you why May the 2nd next year could be a really big deal, particularly around 7 PM UK time. So until then, 3 darts at the oche, make them count, and I'll see you next time.